It's about time I got to watch another Spongebob video without experiencing extreme levels of emotional distress. You guys are a bunch of sickos and psychopaths for finding enjoyment in the dismantling of my childhood joy unfolding right before your eyes. Not gonna lie, when I seen this title, was giving me a little bit of heebie-jeebies. I started thinking, what the hell could Spongebob be doing that's so bad that it gets banned? But then I realized every single thing that we know about the entire universe of SpongeBob up to this point, nothing really surprises me anymore. The 10 banned / controversial SpongeBob episodes. Lay it on me, Phantom!
Howdy.
Everybody's favorite ghost, dude.
Over the years, some SpongeBob episodes have gained some controversy and some very disapproving glares from other people. Some of these episodes might have just been ahead of their time, or maybe they're handling a subject that's deemed distasteful by society. Maybe they're handling a subject.
I must have missed this! What the hell is this? When did SpongeBob turn into a crackhead?
That's deemed distasteful by society. Or maybe media outlets can just get overzealous on the poor sponge. Occasionally, these episodes can even get completely banned.
By the way, the dolphin noise is fuck.
So we're going to talk about both the controversial
in case you didn't know,
and the outright banned episodes today. Let's check out the 10 controversial or banned SpongeBob episodes.
What you say, motherfucker?
Number 10.
How the are ya?
Squidward! How the fuck are ya?
Number 10.
How the are ya?
Midlife Crustacean, banned for its panty raid scene.
Panty raid? The what?
Dude, this is insane if you think about it, bro. Mr. Krabs is panty raiding his own mother, dude. That is insane. Do you not recognize your mother's underwear? That is your mother.
Station, banned for its panty
You probably bought it for her.
Panty raid? The what?
This is probably the
Dude,
most
I think Mr. Krabs knew. I think he knew.
Its banning was a big
He's on demon timing.
The episode was pulled from rotation completely as early as 2018, according to a Nickelodeon.
Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Dude, he was definitely feeling it, bro. He was ready to feel something when he was raiding them panties, dude. He was ready to start feeling it, bro.
Quote,
I'm telling you.
This episode has been confirmed to be pulled from further reruns on American television due to storyline concerns. It can't even be found on streaming services such as Paramount Plus or Amazon Prime. But interestingly,
it's on
YouTube
back in 2002,
somewhere. The episode kept getting postponed from airing in place of episodes like Wet Painters or Krusty Krab Training Video. It was later postponed again in favor of Sailor Mouth, which is an episode we'll discuss more later. Anyway, in case you don't remember, this episode's all about Krabs having a full-on midlife crisis and trying his best to relate to younger people. So he decides to join SpongeBob and Patrick, of all people, on a night on the town. Unfortunately, he is in fact asking the advice of SpongeBob. And in 2003, when he was 18, he considered blowing bubbles a daring day out. So, you know, not exactly typical interests of an 18-year-old younger person. But I think Mr. Krabs' portrayal here is still one of
18? When was that confirmed? When was SpongeBob was living on his own, paying rent by himself at 18, dude? So very clearly he's not American, bro, because that is not gonna fly here, dude. He works at a fast food restaurant. SpongeBob is paying his rent by himself at 18 years old, working at undersea McDonald's, dude.
Typical interests of an 18-year-old younger person. But I think Mr. Krabs' portrayal here is still one of the most relatable portrayals in early season SpongeBob. Oftentimes, a person will realize they're getting older when they realize how different they are to the younger generation. They talk differently, their music is different, what they consider fun is different, and they handle problems differently.
Boomers.
We used to beat people up for saying things like that!
So what is it in Midlife Crustacean that could possibly be so bad? Well,
I guess you're gonna miss the panty raid.
Yeah, I guess humor is another of those things that really changes with the time. SpongeBob, Patrick, and Krabs endeavor to
Dude,
break
this is
into someone's
insane,
house
bro.
to steal their panties. This does, of course, backfire on them, and they're punished for
Dude,
it.
this is the thing, bro. This is another one of those instances where when I was a kid, bro, I just didn't get it, bro. Like, I didn't know what the hell a panty raid was when I was a kid, bro. Like, it's okay, they raid panties, dude. They dig through people's underwear drawers. I thought that was funny, like, underwear, dude. I didn't think it was like a freak thing until I got older, and then I realized, oh, they raiding some panties, dude. And then it all hits me like a freight train.
For children. Now, to be fair, Japanimation has been doing panty raids for years without anyone even batting an eyelid.
Dude,
For
anime
example,
is wild, bro.
or
Like, I'm not even...
Shinobu Den from the early 2000s. I mean, if the Japanese saw this scene, they'd probably be like, that's it? Where's the tentacles? But in the Western world, Spongy is under a lot like, that's it? Where's the tentacles? But in the
Okay, dude, we were talking about panties and Japanese tentacles in media in the same topic, dude. So be careful here, cause we can start treading some water we don't want to be swimming in, dude. We can start walking down a path of darkness, dude. That is dangerous territory to enter, bro. Let's pull it back a little bit, bro. Let's not the tentacles. Okay, there are children here.
Western world, Spongy is under a lot more parental scrutiny, so he's got to keep a lid on his suggestions of trespassing into people's houses and stealing their underwear. Though personally, this episode still pops into my head when I'm reminded I'm getting older too.
Could
But
you
hey,
imagine? You wake up like one morning and then you're just like missing a pair of underwear and you just think it gets lost in the dryer somewhere, the bottomless black hole abyss known as a dryer? Right? Where all your socks go to, the empty void. And then it's like 3 days later, you find it listed on eBay as used. As is, bro. How would you feel?
I hope I've still got many adventures.
How would you feel, bro?
Keep doing videos here for a long
The
time.
description
I
says
mean, like
still
Krabs, I'll
has
probably get
sent.
bored if I don't keep doing my job. So, you know, I'll be here a while.
I ain't old! I ain't old!
Hey, Patrick, how the are ya?
And for number
How the
9,
fuck are ya?
Are ya?
Rockabye Bivalve. Controversial somehow for two men
Oh,
raising
this is
a
where they
baby,
become parents.
and SpongeBob's sexual orientation implications. Strangely enough,
What?
I recently discovered there's been a long-running debate on SpongeBob's sexual orientation. Apparently, some people wonder this because SpongeBob isn't exactly your stereotypical masculine character.
Who are you expecting? Tiny Tim? Wait,
Dude, SpongeBob, I don't know about y'all, SpongeBob gets bitches.
big aren't they?
SpongeBob
And
gets
I get that because the show
bitches.
leans into how not masculine he is all the time. Finding his own personal definition of manhood was a whole premise of the first SpongeBob movie.
Now that we're men, we got a manly flair. We got the stuff, we're tough enough to save the day.
Apparently, this long-running controversy can actually be traced right back to this one episode, as it centers around SpongeBob and Patrick assuming parental roles over a very small
And
scallop.
SpongeBob's
Oh,
the
yeah,
mom.
now we're talking. I used to pick up a pack of seared scallops every day on the way to my servo shift. Oh, when they turn golden brown.
Dude, Gordon Ramsay want to be
Oh,
me so bad.
what?
That's crazy.
Oh, sorry, never mind.
Just call me Daddy!
Personally, I'd argue this episode was a bit ahead of its time with its portrayal of SpongeBob and Patrick as a couple, since it portrays them so normally. There's no big line drawn around it, they're just people, or sponges and starfish. It feels kind
It
of
was a
similar
beautiful
to
moment.
Clyde's parents in the Loud House. They're just a couple trying to raise a kid and dealing with the challenges that come out of it.
Kid's got a stinky.
Did you take care of them? My hands are kind of full.
Wish I could, but I gotta get going.
Going? Where are you going?
Dude, this is one of those things where people complaining SpongeBob is turning the kids gay. Confirmed.
I'm the
It's
dad,
facts.
remember?
You see right
The
here?
episode does poke fun at what
You
an
see
odd
here?
couple they are, but I think they actually capture their roles well. Patrick is portrayed as an inattentive dad, and SpongeBob is portrayed as an overworked mum. Nothing about their
Patrick,
relationship
who's paying the bills though?
implies anything inappropriate or anything that just cheapens
Who's-
the
who's
humor.
paying the
And
bills?
neither of these characters we know so well feel like
It wasn't even Patrick. Now I think about it, he went home, he was kicking it on the couch, dude. Now I think about it, dude, maybe Patrick is a deadbeat.
they're being rewritten to make
You
these
better off
roles
going to
work.
get some milk
that's
and never
something
coming
that would
back,
be a
dude,
really
'cause that's
big
basically what she
problem
was
in
doing
mid-season
anyways.
SpongeBob. Whereas Midlife Crustacean has parts that didn't age well, this episode has parts that age better and better.
Don't
want you to stop being adorable.
And for number 8,
I'm waiting for it.
SpongeBob's Last Stand. Controversial for promoting environmentalism. Why is that a controversy? Anyway, hang on. This old
Dude, people got mad at the hippies, bro.
got controversy?
That's crazy.
As I mentioned in my SpongeBob specials video, I still think this is one of the most boring, forgettable, and inoffensive specials the show has ever done. It's about Plankton planning to tear...
Inoffensive. I like how that's his criticism for it. Like, this falls flat because it's inoffensive. It doesn't offend people, bro.
down jellyfish fields in order to make a superhighway that will send the Krusty Krab out of business.
What? Who approved this plan?
So in order to stop this from happening, SpongeBob and Patrick protest the highway. Sadly, the fact that this episode has gotten any controversy is probably the most interesting thing about it. SpongeBob and Patrick are going about their protest in ways that are surprisingly accurate to traditional protesting. Peaceful protesting like placards, public singing, that sort of jazz. But apparently, some people thought the episode was glorifying environmentalism.
Like 6 tabs of
fully get the
LSD.
complaint because it certainly doesn't glorify protesting. If anything, it paints an ugly picture on the results of protesting.
I've never seen this a day in my life.
For their protesting. They're even arrested by the police. In fact, by the halfway point, their activism looks completely useless. And it's only when the entirety of the Bikini Bottom community sees the results and they work together that they're actually able to destroy the highway. I could be wrong, but my best guess is it was controversial because of the way it vilified the building of roads. And the building of roads can be a very important part of dealing with traffic congestion and a growing population. Who knows? Maybe the highway was minimizing traffic jams.
That's gonna do nothing because people still can't drive, dude. I swear to God, you could make it as simple as possible for people to drive, and there's gonna be some dumbass out there who still finds a way to fuck it up, dude.
Plankton was actually
there's like people will be dumb.
Much less
does nothing. People will always be stupid.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got super highway preparations to be attending to.
The highway is painted as the dooming of the Krusty Krab. But with all that traffic, why didn't Krabs take advantage of it and make the Krusty Truck stop? If he had gotten fuel, coffee, and steak for truck drivers...
Facts, dude. Mr. Krabs ain't a real bag chaser, dude. To me, Plankton's the real bag chaser. Plankton is the real bag chaser if we think about it, dude.
He would have made bucket loads of money. Anyway, maybe if someone had at least given a throwaway line of the importance of road, and that conservation of nature isn't everything, maybe the episode would have gone down better. Honestly, it's tough to say.
Praise Neptune.
Hey, Patrick,
How the fuck are you, dude?
Just One Bite and Procrastination. Controversial for its deleted
Dude, Procrastination? Oh my God, that's one of the best episodes, dude. That's one of the best episodes.
While I am roping these two together, I would say their controversies are quite different, but both resulted in the episodes having scenes that were quietly removed from repeat viewings, though nowadays both scenes can be found in their entirety on YouTube. As a kid, I actually had the VHS tape of Just One Bite, and the deleted scene was included in that one. I never even realized the television version was different until years later. Just One Bite is another episode that's made a few appearances on this channel.
Squidward got thick, bro. Woo, that was a line when they said it's going right to your thighs, dude. Woo, them thighs was dying, dude. Talk about Meg the Stallion under the sea, dude.
Squidward
I'm telling you, bro.
an obsession
Squidward
with
was looking right.
And eventually taking extreme measures
Squidward
by
was
breaking
looking
into
right.
the Krusty
Dude
Krab
was
to steal
thick.
one. Originally, Squidward triggered a trap thinking it was just a bucket of water, only to realize he was very mistaken.
It's gasoline.
This isn't water. This is gas.
Fire. I remember that, dude.
My best bet is this scene is removed because
dude, every time I see this scene, it blows my mind that this is like a deleted scene. Because I don't think I've ever seen this episode without that scene.
Episode aired mere months after the 9/11 attacks. So imagery of Squidward
Literally
burning
fire,
alive,
you're right, chicken,
understandably,
fire.
didn't seem very appropriate. I think another point is that this is a more imitatable scene. I don't think the writers wanted to give kids the idea of mixing fire and gasoline. as for the scenes deleted in procrastination,
Where are the kids gonna
I
get
wouldn't
the
say they were as hard
gasoline
to figure
from?
out. The first
It's not like
deleted
you just turn on the water hose and gasoline starts shooting out, dude.
scene involves SpongeBob looking out the window.
How accessible is gasoline to small children? Because if it's really that big of a problem, dude, I feel like we've got some other issues to deal with. If small children just have free access to gasoline at the ready, just to start pranking their friends by lighting them on fire. Pranked you, bro!
And seeing his friends
Pranked ya.
hanging at the beach. Here, Patrick is seen
Get fucking
applying
pwned,
suntan
dude.
lotion to Sandy. This scene was apparently removed because some people thought it looked too much like Patrick was removing Sandy's bra. And, well, I guess
It
that
looks
is another
nothing
way
like
to
that.
avoid tan lines. Honestly, when I saw this episode as a kid, I never personally got this
I don't
impression
think
myself.
anybody
Though I do remember
did.
wondering
I
if
don't
this
think one single person said that. Not one.
scene meant that
Not
SpongeBob
one.
actually wanted to apply sunscreen to Sandy himself. And this would imply, all the way back in early seasons, that he has a physical attraction to her. And he doesn't want Patrick applying suntan himself, while he's forced to sit inside. And at this point
Facts,
in the series
dude.
anyway,
Rub it on your
they
girl.
were very hesitant about
That's basically
SpongeBob showing
cheating.
romantic interest in Sandy. The second deleted scene is pretty easy to understand. In fact, I'll just let this one play.
I'll be one step closer to my driver's license.
I mean, yeah.
Tell me why I fucking remember! Stop, dude!
Driver's license.
This shit is so funny, bro.
I mean, yeah, that is a fairly intense image, but I don't think most kids would bat an eyelid at this nowadays.
That shit
It's
is
actually
funny.
pretty tame compared to some of the stunt junk on YouTube nowadays. Personally, I try to remain cautiously optimistic until proven wrong. Hopefully, most kids have the common sense to not do things this dangerous. Number 6.
Is it coming? How the
One
fuck are
course
you?
meal and a pal for Gary. Controversial for very poor use of dark humor. While I couldn't find much media
Dude, I'm
content-
waiting for it, dude. I'm waiting for the episode, dude. Phantom, you keep teasing me. Give me blue balls, dude. Okay? Just because you handsome doesn't mean you can just do that to me.
controversy here, I could certainly find plenty of fan controversy for this episode. Both of the episodes were considered to misuse dark humor in ways that completely ruined the show's characters. Both are also
Dude.
considered some of the worst episodes the show has ever made. And, well, yeah, in the past years,
My
these two
God,
episodes
I
have
remember
definitely
this.
peaked. And,
I remember
well,
this
yeah, in the
vaguely.
past years, these two episodes have definitely appeared on my worst SpongeBob lists. As you might already know, One Course Meal portrays Krabs as extremely cruel, as he completely traumatizes Plankton. And yeah, it's pretty unpleasant to watch.
Really? He's a mess.
Oh,
It
that
could be
episode?
argued, though, that a pal for Gary did worse by
Oh.
portraying SpongeBob in both his cruelest and stupidest
Okay.
lights, as he's uncharacteristically impatient and blind to how his new pet treats Gary, aka trying to eat him.
You put Fluffy down right now. Bad boy Gary. Bad.
Dude, if only he knew the true power behind Gary.
Both these episodes,
If
the
only he
mindset
knew.
going in seemed to be, if you need to be dark, be as dark as possible. And that whole idea seems to have backfired on them. While I personally do like well-done dark humor, it's very tricky to get right, and it takes a respectable amount of writing skill to get dark humor right in a kid's cartoon. I think dark comedy can work really well
Dark
if we're not
humor in a
changing
kid's
the character
cartoon?
to suit the
That
episode.
sentence is
no one wants to
crazy.
see SpongeBob and Krabs be one-note jerks, and no one wants to see Gary continually suffer. But on the other hand, I laugh a lot when I see an optimistic SpongeBob
Dude, he belongs in
stuck in
Southside
rock
Chicago.
bottom, with just one bad thing happening to him after the other. And it's funny because SpongeBob stays true to his character. This is how SpongeBob would react in this terrible
SpongeBob
situation.
got left in
It's
Southside
hilarious
Chicago,
to me to see his
bro.
optimism and continual determination just continually thwarted.
Left his ass on O Block, dude. With the
But one-note
demons.
dark humor like these two episodes, it's just boring to me. One Course Meal is just constant traumatizer character moments filled with shots of Plankton scared or crying. And a pal for Gary is just bad pet owner jokes, filled in with scenes of a pet getting chased and almost killed. And where's the variety in that? But these episodes have already been talked about a lot.
Phantom, give it to me, dude. I'm waiting for it. I'm ready. I'm starving.
If you have to give a character like SpongeBob an entirely new personality to accommodate the episode,
give it to me.
Well, you probably have to return to the drawing board. Number 5.
Give it to me.
SpongeBob, You're Fired. Controversial for being offensive to poor and unemployed people.
I remember this one.
Oh, well, this is a surprise. I never thought I'd talk
remember
about
this one, dude.
Filler the Special again. But I guess it shows just how badly they botched up the message on unemployment. So full disclaimer, it actually took me 2 hours of researching and rewriting to get my head around all the controversy and different messages in this episode. And honestly, I still don't
I see what you did there. Head. His brain rolls out. You're such a clever guy, Phantom.
Controversy and different messages in this episode. And honestly,
I see what you did there, man.
don't think I paid it full justice. But I'll try and cover it as concisely.
Oh yeah, that's the one where he keeps making fucking... He keeps making Krabby Patty version, like it's a Krabby Wiener. He got like a Krabby Ramen and a Krabby Pizza. They all fired his dumbass, and then they realize that he's a young mogul. And they try to hire him back, dude. Typical capitalism. Typical capitalism, dude. Once they find out that SpongeBob is profitable, now all of a sudden they're in demand of his services.
Honestly, I still don't think I paid it full justice. But I'll try and cover it as concisely as possible without waffling on. I'll first try and give you a quick plot summary in case you can't remember the episode or haven't seen it. It's about SpongeBob getting fired, oddly enough,
so Krabs
can save some chump change.
And it turns out that I'll save a whole nickel if I cut your salary.
And strangely, SpongeBob becomes completely incapable of finding a new job, since apparently he's defined by this job and only this job. Apparently all SpongeBob can do now or ever is make Krabby Patties. This results in him becoming a depressed, useless, barely functional, bitter mess that is thoroughly unappealing to watch.
I used to feed everyone.
Yeah, man, if your entire self-worth isn't dedicated to your labor, then you are a bum loser.
Bottom.
That's how it works in capitalism, dude, I'm telling you.
Now I just feed you.
Yes, a whole nickel! Do you know how much a whole nickel is worth?
That's not very
5 cents, dude.
optimistic for you, buddy. I'd swear
That's
that was
almost
out of character
6.
for you. In fact, he only gets quote-unquote purpose in life when he starts working at the Krusty Krab again. So what controversy did this episode stir? Well, the episode was lambasted by fans and critics alike, but it also caused a lot of controversy between both left and right-wing news outlets. To start with, critics, including myself, generally thought it was a boring, garbage episode overall, and completely
you're
out of
not wrong there,
for
dude.
SpongeBob.
Dude, Squidward is growing the gas in his... Dude, Squidward is growing the herb, dude. He trying to be the next Escobar, bro. Just moving ounces and pounds on the daily, dude.
Completely out of character.
That's crazy.
For SpongeBob. Some thought the episode was an attack on the American food stamp program. Some claim SpongeBob was, quote-unquote, fighting the good fight against government services. Excuse me. And all he needed was...
SpongeBob is fighting against welfare, dude.
Hard work and conviction.
Dude.
Another good example of this
He's
was
fighting
the New
the
York
real
Post,
fight, bro.
which wrote, quote, "Lest he sit around idly, mooching off the social services of Bikini Bottom, a depressed SpongeBob sets out
mooching off of the social services of Bikini Bottom.
to gain
These are real people thinking these real thoughts.
gainful employment wherever he can
I think he should stage a coup. I think SpongeBob could stage a coup. You think Joe Biden is gonna be able to stop SpongeBob, dude? Come on now.
find it. What world
Come
do
on
these
now.
people live in? But some critics also accuse the author, Andrea Morabito, of attacking poor people who rely on government assistance. Apparently, there was 2 particular scenes in this episode that gained a lot of this heavy political division.
Being unemployed is the best gig I know.
Unemployment may be fun for you, but I need to get a job.
Yeah, I'm serious. That was it. Now, I'm all for people
That's it?
caring. That's a good thing. But do you think maybe they were seeing patterns where there weren't any patterns to be seen?
Think about it. You really think Mr. Krabs would be the type of guy to allow his restaurant to accept food stamps? Can't spend food stamps at the Krusty Krab, bro, so think about it. SpongeBob being against welfare makes sense if you think about it, dude.
I think what
really
actually
does.
got people annoyed or happy at this episode was the way it depicted or vilified unemployed people. It basically depicted unemployed people as lazy, who treated unemployment like a quote-unquote lifestyle choice. Funnily enough, some people are bothered by this gross oversimplification of a massively complicated issue that affects countless human lives, and others consider it a good way of blaming victims for their own issues. This episode's a reminder that your job should never entirely define your worth. And that's not who SpongeBob is either. How you treat other people defines your worth far more than your job ever will. That sounds a lot
dude, I'm
more
all
like
about
the
the
SpongeBob
bands.
I know.
I don't know
In the
about
words
you,
of
bro.
Al Sharpton at MSNBC.
I don't know about
so
you,
a
bro,
sponge
but I'm
who
all
lives
about
in a
the
pineapple
fat
under the sea doesn't
stacks.
need government help. That
The
means
big
no one
booty
does. Whether you or
Judies.
I ever need government
That's
help,
how my worth is
that
defined.
doesn't make you or I any less or more of a person. And for number 4,
Krabs is...
He could have still taken a damn shower. Dude, nobody has time to shower under capitalism. We're too busy working.
and for number 4,
But he didn't have a job, so why didn't he shower? Because he didn't have the money to afford the water bill. Think about it,
more of
dude.
a
Capitalism really is fucked, bro.
and for number 4,
Is this it?
Krabs is...
Krabs is a fucking bitch, dude. That's what it says.
Right
Bitch
you are,
ass.
Patrick.
Sailor Mouth.
Let's fucking go, baby.
Controversial for
I've been waiting for this.
excessive swearing. As good
But he's underwater. You still have to pay for water underwater, dude. What do you think this is? Communism?
Sailor Mouth. Controversial for excessive swearing.
Let's
As good as
fucking
an
go.
episode as this is, I
You
do
know I'm ad-libbing all of these,
at least
baby.
understand
Quit
where the
playing with
controversy is
me.
coming from. It's about SpongeBob and Patrick learning a bad word while reading some writing
It's
on the dumpster.
fuck.
And they consider it fancy talk.
That's one of those sentence enhancers.
Sentence and
He's not
answers.
lying, dude.
You use it when you want
He is
to
not
look
lying.
fancy.
But when they start sharing their newfound word with the world, well, the citizens are disgusted and repulsed by it.
Today's special is a Krabby Patty.
Today's a
chicken
fucking Krabby Patty.
Sauce and grilled to...
And grilled to
While
fucking
gratuitous swearing is
perfection.
pretty commonplace
Let's fucking
nowadays,
go.
Like with a fair bit of the YouTube gaming community, excessive swearing has certainly never gone down well in television history. Of course, there isn't any actual swearing, but bleeped dolphin sounds.
You weak
The
ass
episode is very
motherfucker.
relatable.
Oh,
I think a lot of
gang.
people's first swear words would play pretty similar
Oh,
to this.
gang, you a
they find
bitch.
a word that they think sounds cool or mature, or in this case, fancy talk.
We were only using our sentence enhancers.
Yeah, it's fancy talk.
But eventually they get corrected and realize it's a bad word.
Bad word.
It's awkwardly realistic, but also funny. But again, because SpongeBob is often considered a kid's show, particularly in early years, well, this resulted in the episode getting some blame for an
What?
increase in swearing in
Was
early
this
years.
so?
Well,
Dude, let me find out, dude. Let me find out Pinkie Pie was just letting that shit fly, dude. Let me find out, dude. That's why your mane looks stupid as hell with your whole ass.
this resulted in
Dude,
the
let
episode
me
getting
find
some
out.
blame for an increase in swearing in young
Let me
kids.
find out, Yugi. Dude, I'm about to send your bum ass to the Shadow Realm. Whew.
As shown in this Wolves and Sheep's clothing report. For example, the Parents Television Council believed that this episode was, quote, an implicit attempt to promote and satirize the use of
The Parents Television Council. Why is that a thing?
this episode.
She looks like somebody, dude. She looks like somebody who wasn't happy, who wasn't satisfied being president of the PTO at her daughter's middle school, bro. She was not. She had to take it up a notch, dude. She had to go for the big boys, dude. The medias.
Was, quote, an implicit attempt to promote and satirize the use of profanity.
That's exactly
amongst
how she
children,
sounded, too.
End quote. And because clearly the PTC didn't care much for Spongy, in a later report they listed Sailor Mouth as an example of how profane, sexual and violent activity have increased in children's television programming. Oh, come on. Really? It's SpongeBob.
It's just
Surely
a bunch of
this
fucking
group is off
weirdos.
their rocker. Fortunately, it wasn't
just a
all
bunch of
one-sided.
weirdos.
Richard Huff of the New York Daily News.
They're trying to
later
establish a
criticized this
homeowners
report.
association at
He
an
claimed
apartment
the
complex.
PTC misinterpreted Sailor Mouth over its intent to satirize profanity. Because as he said, the episode is all about the perils of using bad language, not about the bad language itself.
No,
In
it's
fact,
about
at
the
end of
dude.
the
Nobody cares about the perils, dude. When you think about this episode, dude, all you care about is the cussing. You don't care about the lesson, dude. You just think it's hilarious. SpongeBob and Patrick are just letting it fly.
Krabs, SpongeBob, and Patrick are all punished by Krabs' mother for their foul language.
You should all be ashamed. And if you're going to talk like sailors, then you're going to work like sailors.
Personally,
Oh
I
look,
love
putting
this
them
episode,
to work again, dude. What a shocker.
and it remains in my top 10
What a
favorite
shocker.
SpongeBob episodes. If you're curious, my friend Jem and myself gave it a good look in
Jim?
the best SpongeBob episodes.
Oh,
And for
Jim.
number 3,
Oh, I
Selling
like
Out.
that. 3. Put a little twang, put a little razzle dazzle, dude.
And
It's
for
one of those sentence enhancers.
number 3, Selling Out. Controversial for promoting left-wing politics and demonizing big businesses. This is another episode that is about
What?
Krabs getting old, and again, it's filled with controversy. What a weird coincidence for the early show. The episode is about Mr. Krabs selling the Krusty Krab and finally getting all the money he could ever want,
Jumping King Neptune!
then realizing he's bored.
Wait a minute. I hate golf.
If you are curious, I talked about Krabs as very relatable.
Why do
humor.
all rich people play golf? There's no way that many people actually truly enjoy golf, dude. There's no way. There's no. Is that just a thing? Like, is that a condition that comes with wealth? Like, once you make a certain amount of money, you just have to start playing golf. Is that a thing? Because I'm not all rich people be playing golf.
Here in darker SpongeBob episodes. But here, let's focus on the episode's controversy, because it lets me talk about Blandy Franchising Company, which is always a good thing. The undisputed best name for a company in history. So the complaints of news outlets like The Hollywood Reporter were that this episode demonizes big businesses, treating them as soulless and boring.
I think the stained glass bar
are
stool
they
can go
wrong?
over here, and the pseudo hand-carved wooden sports flag display case can go over there.
But it's really hard for me to empathize with the controversy here, because I can't watch the scene without laughing.
I mean, is
Allow me to
he
introduce
wrong?
myself. Howard Blandy, president of the Blandy Franchising Company.
He just rolls it off the tongue so well. I would love to tell someone I work for the Blandy Franchising Company. That would just be wonderful. But I can at least understand this isn't the most flattering portrayal of big businesses.
Dude,
It's funny,
protect Phantom at all costs. Dude is a national treasure, bro.
but it isn't exactly glorifying large corporations. And while the big business might be portrayed as the bad guys of the episode, they didn't exactly come off as realistic to me. Part of what makes it funny is how unashamedly stereotypical they are. Besides, if you actually look at the inside of Krabby-O Mondays, it looks like the customers are having a really good time. They're enjoying themselves. The place is bustling with life. There's definitely some concerns about how they treat their staff.
It's like a
but
Chuck E.
from
Cheese,
a
dude.
customer's perspective, I might actually enjoy visiting Krabby-O Mondays.
Dude! Capitalism strikes again, bro. This shit really writes itself, dude. This really You think I'm just up here talking about some bullshit, dude? Just talking out my asshole, bro. It's really, you can't make this up, dude.
Look around you. Our customers
I mean, the good creators kind of did make it. Anyways,
are quite
you
content
get
with
my
the
point.
contrived and the mediocre.
Number 2. Squirrel Jokes, controversial in its discussion of racism. You might remember me discussing this in darker SpongeBob episodes.
Nah, this is funny, dude.
As I mentioned, this episode is about addressing a controversy rather than dealing with a controversy. That controversy being racism and discrimination. And quite frankly, it's done great.
Dude, SpongeBob channeled his inner Dave Chappelle, dude, just cooking the hell out of Sandy, bro, and the squirrels, bro. Just flaming the squirrely race, dude. That's hilarious.
Gracefully and elegantly, since technically Sandy is an immigrant, but she's also someone that most viewers like and can at least empathize with.
I made Texas tea and cookies. Well, come on in. Hey!
Along with Spongy.
That's crazy that the Texan is the immigrant, dude. Oh, how the turn of tables.
Sandy's my favorite character in the show, so I was able to connect with her personal struggle more. In case you don't know, the episode's about SpongeBob making derogatory and cheap jokes about Sandy that become a hit in the comedy scene.
What's up with that squirrel fur? I guess fleas need a home too, huh?
Which, quite frankly, don't speak wonders about the quality of Bikini Bottom's comedy circuit. But anyway, this results in Sandy being ridiculed by people on the street as they take the jokes.
And they're just racist to. Nah, dude, this is kind of funny, bro.
SpongeBob is making and turn them into untrue stereotypes.
Hello, little critter. What's your name?
Don't stand too close to a squirrel, Billy. You'll catch it stupid.
Stupidity isn't.
What, dude? Nah, that's fucking crazy.
Don't stand too close to a squirrel, Billy. You'll catch it stupid.
Stupidity isn't a virus, you twomp. And this is pretty much the main crux of where the
bro.
controversy comes from. When people don't realize these are jokes and not fact. And it may help viewers better understand why minorities might not like people making cheap jokes or stereotyping them. And through Sandy, we're able to see the consequential discrimination they might get.
Hello, Sandy. Me, Patrick.
I could kind of let SpongeBob off the hook until Sandy directly asks him to stop near the end and he just keeps doing it anyway. Not a good moment, Spongy.
Oh my gosh, bro. Nah, this shit's actually
like the portrayal
funny.
Of Sandy as all the
Dude, see, that's another one of those. Chicken, you just said that. It's another one of those, bro. Where it's not like it's when I was a kid, bro. I didn't see. I just thought it was okay. He's flaming the fuck out of Sandy, dude. Okay, it's fucked. But I wasn't thinking like racism and shit, dude. And now that you see it as an adult, bro, it's like it's crazy. It's absolutely
I also
insane.
like the portrayal of Sandy as all the stereotypical jokes SpongeBob has made of her. Because honestly, does this seem at all like the Sandy we know?
You even done got
No, but it seems like a typical Texan to me.
Made of her. Because honestly, does this seem at all like the Sandy we know?
You even done got me advice. That Sandy, that's not a ain't that heard?
And it does result in SpongeBob getting some well-deserved payback for not listening to his friend. I've kept this one short as there was minimal backlash to it, but I wanted to at least mention it. And for number one, we have a banned episode. Quarantine Crabs.
A banned episode! Here we go, dude. Here's the juicy one. How do you ban a SpongeBob episode?
And for number one, we have a banned episode. Quarantine Crabs, banned for its virus storyline. This is one of the few SpongeBob episodes that barely got an airing
Health
before it
Inspector!
was banned. And this is one of the few
Oh my god!
SpongeBob episodes
He
that barely
lives!
got an airing before it was banned. And I definitely suspect it may stay that way. But honestly, we're really not missing out on that much. I'd say it's one of my absolute least favorite SpongeBob episodes. And after doing these videos for 6 years, well, that's against some stiff competition. Even when I tracked down the episode, I mostly just found it boring and kind of grotesque. Basically, the episode starts with a health inspector coming into the Krusty Krab, claiming someone in the restaurant has clam flu.
Someone in this restaurant is infected with the highly contagious clam flu.
But honestly, you could change the word clam flu with you know what, and the story wouldn't change much. But no one knows
Syphilis?
who has clam flu. So the crew panics, and Krabs steadily goes
Gonorrhea.
insane with paranoia. As his insanity escalates, Krabs locks up SpongeBob, Patrick, Squidward, Mrs. Puffs, and even his daughter Pearl in the freezer. Jeepers, he even implies
There's
he
gotta be
killed
some type of
his old
illegal
Navy
activity,
buddies
right?
by doing this.
You let them out of the freezer once they were better, right?
Huh? I suppose someone let him out. Eventually.
Anyway, as you might have guessed, in 2020,
Nice.
the subject of viruses, quarantine, and
Dude, everybody
pandemics
was...
remains a...
Dude, and it's not even the topic of like for me, it got to a point where it was just like, dude, okay, we get it. We get the fucking point, dude. There's a virus. We know, dude. Then everybody's making everything pertain to this fucking... Dude, we know. I got the point, dude. That's what was pissing me off most about this time, dude. Is that everybody and anybody was doing shit based around viruses. It was kind of annoying. It got fucked at some point.
Very sore subject for
it got very old.
The entire world, I think. And the episode doesn't even attempt to handle the subject with any grace and care. I don't think there are even that many jokes in the episode. It's mostly the crew brutally fighting amongst themselves and steadily getting sicker. Where's the humor here? Even the music has this needlessly dark edge to it. In fact, by the end, the entire Krusty Krab is encased in a crate and then just dumped on the chum bucket. I can certainly understand why the episode was banned, and there's little point to complaining about an episode that never actually aired. Overall, Quarantine Crabs is very gross and actually has some of the most grotesque imagery in the entire series. And it was banned and controversial because it poorly handled—
Did they kill the health inspector again? Because that would have been funny. Dude, the continuity? If the last time we seen the health inspector and this time they killed him again, that would have been funny. They missed an opportunity. They miss an opportunity to kill the health inspector the second time, and it truly is a shame.
Imagery in the entire series. And it was banned and controversial because it poorly handled the most life-changing—
Oh my god, the virus is real.
Series. And it was banned and controversial because it poorly handled the most life-changing global event in modern history. So although I don't personally recommend
I got the clam flu, bro.
I do want to show you at least the one line I found kind of funny.
Alright, let's put this crab on.
Dude, maybe the health inspector was overreacting, dude. Maybe the clam flu isn't as bad as the health inspector is saying, because to me it looks like it's just the suds, bro.
One line I found kind of funny.
Alright, let's put this crab on ice.
And with that, we've reached the other side of this dive into the controversial and banned SpongeBob episodes. And as I mentioned, if you've got your own thoughts on these episodes, feel free to mention them in the comments.
Most of these were absolute classics, okay? But I grew up on a lot of these, especially Sailor Mouth. You guys seen me, how giddy I was about screaming the word fuck as much as I can, dude. Alright? Some of these are absolute classics, and the controversy makes absolutely no sense. The one of SpongeBob telling racist jokes about Sandy makes so much sense, but it's still somehow so hilarious. This Quarantine Crabs is some bullshit, dude, and we need the Panty Raid episode back because that is a certified hood classic.